how you guys doing? I'm Nate Anime, and welcome back to my channel. Well, it has been a while since I've been on Grand Theft Auto to check out a new Itasha wrap for a new vehicle, but here I am back to do the thing that I love doing the most, and checking out some of the new Itasha wraps that have been added into the game. Yes, I know it's been a while, okay? If you haven't watched my video on why I have not been on YouTube for a long time, I would really check that out. It might actually explain some couple of things, some things that I really just don't want to explain in this video. I just want to move on from that, honestly. You know, it's been a rough year for me, okay? But that's about it. That's all I'm saying about. We're getting into this video right here. So the vehicle that we are talking about in today's video is the Ubermacht Sentinel Classic Widebody, and this particular version actually is a drift version. Now, not to get confused with the normal Ubermacht Sentinel Classic. The Ubermacht Sentinel Classic and the Ubermacht Sentinel Classic Widebody are two different vehicles, and originally I was actually going to take this vehicle and actually take it down to the Los Santos car meet so I can show you guys how to get the drift version of the Widebody. But then I realized, and also was kind of taken aback when I tried searching for this vehicle to see how much it costs so I can reference the price and stuff like that. But then I realized the Sentinel Classic Widebody is actually not purchasable on the in-game online websites anywhere. You actually have to do a couple of steps to actually get the Sentinel Classic Widebody, then take it to the Los Santos car meet to then make it into a drift vehicle. It's a very interesting process that I myself kind of forgot all about. Alright, so the first step you gotta do to get the Ubermacht Sentinel Classic, you have to actually go into the in-game internet, and you actually have two options from here. The first option would be the Southern San Andreas Super Autos website. So what you do is you go to the two-door option, and then you just scroll down until you find the Ubermacht Sentinel Classic, which should be around here somewhere. Here it is. And then you have a trade price and a buy it now price. The trade price you get if you use this vehicle in the finale of the Diamond Casino heist. Now, actually, back in the day, this vehicle actually didn't even have a trade price, but ever since the Diamond Casino became a thing, they decided to add this vehicle with the Diamond Casino, and they actually gave it a trade price. I do believe, if I might be right, the trade price was actually the original price for this vehicle. I'm not 100% sure, but you know, times have changed, and well, you know, inflation, and now this thing, the buy it now price is like $600,000, which still isn't too bad, especially for this vehicle that came out, what, almost nearly 7 years ago. So yeah, it's kind of cool. So yeah, what you do is you buy it from there, and then you have the vehicle. Now, the second option to actually getting this vehicle is going to Benny's Original Motorworks. Now, in order to get to that website, you actually have to go to the travel and transport option right here, and then you'll find Benny's Original Motorworks right here. And then in order to actually find the vehicle, once you get into the website, you have to go to stock, and it will be right here. And again, it does have, oh wait, well, actually, okay, it does not actually have the trade price on here. That's interesting. What about if I click like one of the colors? Will it give me a trade price? No, it does not actually give me a trade price. That is interesting. But here on the website, it'll actually show you a little bit of a sample, or just a little bit of an example of what the vehicle will look like. Obviously, the Widebody, you take it to Benny's Original Motorworks to turn it into the Widebody, which is something we'll do right now. So let's get into our Ubermacht Sentinel. Alright, so here we are at Benny's Original Motorworks. Now, this is the location of it. I'll show it right here on the map, just in case you do not know where this place is, or have never been to it, or never played any of the Lamar lowrider missions and stuff like that. It's actually located in Strawberry on the map right here. In fact, it's not too far away from Franklin's house in story mode, which I believe is somewhere around here. So if you don't feel like looking at the map, or anything. Just look in this general area, it's right here. In fact, look for the cable car just as it's about to go over the bridge, not too far away from Simeon's car dealership. It's actually very, very close to each other. Alright, so we're gonna go into Benny's Original Motorworks. Now, when you get into Benny's Original Motorworks, you're going to have to look for the upgrade tab in the menu, and that's where you can convert this vehicle into the Sentinel Classic wide body. Now, before we get into that, there is something I do want to point out, just in case you are not in the know or don't know about this already. The original Ubermacht Sentinel Classic actually comes with an Itasha livery. I'm gonna show it off right here. It's called 2D Relationship, has shiny wasabi kitty on it. Now, when the Sentinel Classic wide body came out, this livery was not included with the wide body version. In fact, all of the wraps on the normal Sentinel Classic were not included in the wide body version. Now, why is that? I do not know. It's a weird choice from Rockstar, considering the fact there are other vehicles that have come into Benny's Original Motorworks, or other cars that had other variants that have their liveries transferred to the different version of that vehicle, and you can still put that livery onto that vehicle. But for some strange reason, the Ubermacht Sentinel Classic does not get the privilege to have its liveries carried over to its wide body variant. But if you are interested in just buying the Ubermacht Sentinel Classic without the wide body, and you want this livery is right here, so you can actually pick it up. Alright, so at the upgrade option now. So in order to get this vehicle into the wide body phase, you have to upgrade the vehicle to the wide body phase. Now, in order to do that, you will have to pay an additional $700,000 on top of a $650,000 that you had to spend to buy this car, the normal version of this vehicle. And unfortunately, once you get to the Los Santos car meet, you have to do basically the same thing, but with the wide body version. So the $650,000 mark, yes, it is cheap, but just keep in mind you're going to be paying much more to get this vehicle to its better version. So yeah, we're going to upgrade to the wide body here. So let's go and upgrade. Now, like I said before, the liveries for the normal Sentinel Classic do not appear on the wide body for whatever reason. Now, the liveries on the wide body aren't actually that bad, but you actually cannot get the normal liveries that were on the normal Sentinel Classic, which again just kind of sucks. I mean, I don't know why this is a thing, but it is what it is. Now, you've also noticed that you also can't get the new Itasha livery on the wide body version either, because in order to get that, you have to convert it into the drift version. Alright, so now that we have upgraded this vehicle from the normal Sentinel Classic to the wide body Sentinel Classic, let's go over to the Los Santos car meet and turn this vehicle into a drift vehicle. Alright, so now that we're in the Los Santos car meet, let's go over and take this vehicle over to the mod shop, and let me show you how to convert this vehicle over to the drift version. So, very similar to Benny's Original Motorworks, with the normal Ubermacht Sentinel Classic. Well, now that you have the wide body version, now you take it over to the Los Santos car meet body shop and convert it to a drift version. Now, technically, it's really just called the drift tuning, and that's going to be a $140,000 fee to convert this vehicle into the drift version. Now, when you get the drift version, you will be able to obtain the new Itasha livery for this vehicle. So we're going to convert it into the drift version. Unlike the Benny's Original Motorworks, when you do put on the drift tuning, you can actually remove it and turn it back into a normal Sentinel Classic wide body. However, though, if you have the new Itasha on it, it will not go to the normal Sentinel Classic wide body. It will only stay on if you keep the drift tuning, which is, again, a very weird one. I don't know why Rockstar has done this. Maybe the liveries will be available to the normal one in the future. I don't know. Again, it's weird, but you know, Rockstar is gonna Rockstar, I guess. So let's head on down to the liveries here. And also, besides the drift tuning and the liveries, there really isn't anything different from the wide body to the wide body with drift tuning. So there really is no like big major difference, just a little bit of livery changes. So let's get into the liveries here. Now, you do get all the same exact liveries that came with the normal wide body version, but now as you get down to around the 15 livery, you start seeing some new ones. So here are all the new liveries that come with the drift version. Here is the Itasha livery with Princess Robot Bubblegum on the back there, very nice. And then there are the rest of the liveries, which I guess it's just one more. So yeah, you could only get this livery right here. In fact, let me see, I'm gonna buy this, and then I'm gonna take off the drift tuning, and yeah, see, so you cannot keep this livery if you take off the drift tuning. Again, this sucks, but that's just how the game is, and it does not give you back the livery if you convert it back to a drift version. So that's very interesting. All right, and that's how you get the brand new Itasha wrap for the Ubermacht Sentinel Classic Wide Body Drift Tune Edition. So I think I might do a little bit of customization with this vehicle. The only reason I even bought this vehicle is because I just wanted to show off how you had to go and get this vehicle in the first place to get in its current state that it is right now, because it is a very tedious process, especially when you have to buy a normal Ubermacht Sentinel Classic to then go to Benny's Original Motorworks to get a wide body version, and then come all the way here to get a drift tune just to get a livery that's not available on the normal wide body version of this vehicle, which is it's a very Rockstar thing to do. But it's just how things are. So I think I'm gonna do just a little bit of customization. Honestly, I think I might just sell this vehicle and just use the vehicle I have in my garage right now. But again, like I said, just use it as a base to show off this vehicle. Alright, so yeah, a couple of minutes later, and here is the finished product. This car has all of the same exact parts as my other Sentinel Classic wide body, but difference is though the fenders, the hood, and the front bumper are not carbon. They're just a secondary color, which looks pretty good. A little bit tough. I love it. I got the little bit of gray in the front secondary color. I think I got a chameleon color in there, the pink and blue, I believe, either pink or blue or pink or green. I think it is actually the pink or blue actually. But yeah, the pink and blue chameleon color, and the wrap itself is making the back of the car white. That's not me. I did not put that as the color. That is just the wrap itself. But yeah, it looks pretty good. Even put the poverty spec steelies on there, which look pretty awesome. Alright, here we go. First drift session with the Ubermacht Sentinel Classic wide body. Now, again, this car might actually be a little bit better than some of the other vehicles I've done. Let's see how good the drifting is with this vehicle. And actually does pretty good. So when this vehicle originally came out, the wide body version that is, I actually kind of saw this car as a bit of a drift car, which is kind of crazy. I had the car, if you actually saw my other Sentinel Classic wide body, it was kind of fitted in a way to kind of signify that this vehicle is somewhat of a kind of like a fuckboy car or like a drifting car. Because I see cars like this in real life, and I just think of, just fuckboy car. It's a BMW after all, and not only that, it is an old school BMW, and I have seen vehicles like this that are particularly, have owners who are known to just, do crazy shit with this car, like drifting and stuff like that. So, yeah, this car does kind of fit. And I like it. I like it a lot. It does seem to be keeping up the drifts very nicely. I mean, not in a way I would like, but still, it's still doing good. it's hanging on. The original Sentinel Classic, actually, when I originally reviewed it, it actually had really bad handling. Still to this day, I still consider it a car that's, you know, maybe good to use in, like, you know, free mode and stuff like that, but I would not, you know, use that car in like a race and think that, you know, you're gonna be winning like crazy ass races with that car. Like, you will not. I promise you. Like, that car, like, it doesn't have the handling. Like, it's more for like drifting almost. Unfortunately, I did not win that one. I mean, overall though, I mean, I still think it's a good drifting car. Just needs some more practice though, because this is my first time drifting it, and well, who knows, the Toyota Supra or the Jester in this case actually might be better for drifting, but who knows though, who knows. But still though, that was still a good drifting session. Was able to keep the drifts without getting out of it. It's pretty good, it wasn't too bad. It was not too bad. But yeah, this is the Ubermacht Sentinel Classic with the drift tuning, with the new Itasha livery. Now again, let's go over this one more time. In order to get this vehicle, you have to go to the Southern San Andreas Super Autos website, or you have the option to also go to the Benny's Motorworks website and also get it there. Now, when you do get this vehicle, it is going to cost you $650,000. That's only if you haven't done the Diamond Casino heist with this vehicle as the main vehicle in the finale of the Diamond Casino heist. Now, when you pay $650,000, you will have to take this car to Benny's Original Motorworks to pay an additional $700,000 to convert it over into a Widebody, and then you'll have to go over to the Los Santos car meet to convert it and pay, I believe, I can't remember off the top of my head, I think it was like $140,000. So add all this up, you're paying around $1,350,000 for this car realistically. If you have not already gotten the wide body version already, then yes, you will be technically on the first go around for the first time paying $1,350,000, and of course the price will be lower if you do the Diamond Casino heist, but it'll still be pretty expensive. So, but I mean, compared to most cars in Grand Theft Auto that are going into the $3 million range right now, this car is actually still a good steal. So it's not that too bad. It's not too bad at all. But yeah, this is the Ubermacht Sentinel Classic Widebody with the Drift Tune exclusive Itasha livery on the vehicle. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like. But that's all time I have for today in this video. I hope you guys are having a great day out there today, and I hope to see you guys back on my channel real soon.